containerized cargo. Containerized cargo, we have got the refrigerated cargo, okay, which carries fruits, vegetables, meat, fish, ice creams, chocolates, medicines. Okay, these are the cargo which are carried in refrigerated containers. Then we have got the dry boxes, which almost other than these, everything else is there in a dry box. Then the cargo which is carried in OT container. What is OT? Who said that first? Yeah, got a bomb. Okay. Machinery, chillers, glass, some types of fruits. What are those types which are carried in open top? Onion with one door open, okay. Mangoes. Okay, you carry mangoes from Pakistan in what kind of a container? Open top container. You ship out the raw mangoes from there and as and when it reaches here, it becomes ripe. Okay. Then we have got the cargo carried in flat dry containers, okay, or flat platform, or super dry containers. Again, machineries, coils, cable drums, water cabins, helicopters. Those are carried in that kind of a container. No, but these are all cargoes. We are dealing with cargo planes. So we may deal with the damage or shortage or short landing. We'll come to which are types of planes. But we'll be dealing with any of these cargoes when you are a claims handler. Okay, then we have got the RoRo. RoRo, what is RoRo? Roll on and roll off. The vehicles. Then we have got the tanks which carry chemicals, oil and other liquid cargo. We have got the dangerous goods, okay, class 1 to 9. And then livestock. I don't know if I have listed out all of that here, but mostly. Okay, these are the different types of cargo. Clear? Clear? Yes. Now next we go to who a carrier is, because we are dealing with the carrier's perspective of handling a cargo plane. Now you know what is a cargo and different types of cargo. Now who is a carrier? Who carries cargo? Anyone or anybody who carries something is a carrier. You know, my first encounter of a carrier was when I was in the school. Okay, I went to a local village school in a South Indian village called Pudiyamadi. Anybody have heard of that? No, but now you know. Okay, it's a government school and the children used to come on bicycles. Okay, I've got a small stand behind there that they carry their books and the tiffin box, dabba. They carry those things too. And that is called a carrier. So we used to say that it is a carrier. Okay, we get, we get bicycles on rent. Right? Yes. All of you, maybe most of you might not have, but in our village it is there, very, very common. Okay? We get bicycles on rent, for rent. And we insist that these bicycles should have a carrier. Why? Because as and when he sees, we will ourselves ride it. But when he is out of sight, somebody else will jump on that. So he doesn't want two people to go on one bicycle. But we, so that is a carrier. Anything which carries is a carrier. So because I have been educated in a government school, my English accent may not be as good as the fellow presenters who have been doing classes here. Okay, I might say blur for the actual word blur, or I might say work for work, or some other words. Okay, you have to excuse me on that. And we all have got a very good habit of, my fellow workers earlier, they used to say that you have got this thing called Mallu accent. That's fine. What is the accent do you have? But see, the South Indians, they don't speak good English, And what is the English you speak? We speak, we speak like the Englishman, his language is English. And my father, he was educated in the pre-independence era, his schooling. See, I look very young, but actually I am not. My father was educated in the pre-independence era. and under the British system. So he had a very good definition of Indian English. You know what that is? Indian English is a language which is spoken by the Indians in the hope that it is English. Okay, so much for carriers. The carrier, screen is not there, no? So, that's a cargo. Okay. Now that is it. Who is a carrier? Carrier is one who carries. Even a pregnant lady you call a carrier, right? You say that she is carrying. Anybody who has got an AIDS, you say he is a carrier. HIV positive, he is tested. Any other thing he is tested, you say he is carrying. Why? Because he is a carrier. You say he is a carrier. Why? Because he is carrying. So everybody who carries something is a carrier. But in shipping parlance, who is a carrier? Who carries the cargo? Any other definition?
Shipping line.
Pardon?
Shipping line.
Shipping line, not clear.
Who issues the own the ship?
No, you will not get. See, I've got lawyers sitting. Who wants to answer all the questions? What did you say? No. Anybody else? No. No, he has already said that. That is it. Okay. A carrier in shipping parlance is the one who issues a bill of lading. Okay. Anybody who issues a bill of lading in the primitive contract, which we will be coming to in a short while, he is a carrier. Okay. Well, I've got my ex-boss, Pillar sir. I don't know how many of you know him. You ask him who is a carrier. He says anybody who issues a bill of lading is a carrier. And Pillar sir, who issues a bill of lading? He says the carrier issues a bill of lading. You know what I tell him? You know, I come from I told you which place do I come from? No, that's it. Udayangadi. See, I've got a talkies, a theatre just next to my house. And if somebody asks me, where is your house? I say it is next to the Star Talkies, you know. And where is Star Talkies? It is just next to my house. Okay. A carrier is a person who issues a bill of lading in shipping parlance. A carrier is the one who carries. He transports people or goods from one point to another. Common carriers are road, like buses, trucks, taxis, trams, trailers, goods carriers, etc. Train, just metro rails, trains, aircrafts, aeroplanes, helicopters. Sea cargo, sea carriers are ships, boats, water taxis, etc. Clear on carrier? Clear? Okay. Now we go to the next part, which is called the liability. Okay, so now you know who is a carrier. Now you know what is a cargo. You know the different types of cargo. Now we go to the liability part. What is liability?
Legal responsibility.
Legal responsibility. Good. Legal responsibility. Okay, I go to one of the best DJs here and buy a television. Which is the best television now you have? I don't have one at home.
Depends on your budget.
Okay, highest budget.
Sony.
No, I'm not talking about the brand. I'm talking about the high definition, you know.
LED.
LED. Okay. I buy an LED from one of the best DJs here. Okay. I go home. I find an inherent defect in that because the guy comes there, he installs it there. Okay. I switches it on and it is fine. It is working. Okay. After 2 days, I find it is not working. Okay. I've got a receipt with me. I've got a warranty card with me. Okay. Now I go back to this vendor or shopkeeper or whoever that is, and I tell him, see, this is not working. Why do I go to him? Because the TV is not working. Correct? That I told you. Why do I go to him? Because okay, I got a warranty. Correct? And
He's the agent.
he issued the invoice, right? And that invoice stands as my proof. Proof of purchase or proof of payment to buy that particular goods. And second thing, the warranty card, it stands as good as that he will exchange or repair or whatever. So there is a difference between warranty and guarantee. So we'll come to it. So that is what liability is all about. Okay, because there is a legal responsibility for him to replace the TV set which I have at home, because it was not working due to an inherent defect of that TV. He has got a legal responsibility which is called liability. So that is liability. The legal obligation and the state of being legally obliged and responsible, one. And indebtedness, an obligation to pay money or to compensate another party. So this is what liability is all about. Okay. So why should there be a carrier's liability? Why should there be a carrier's liability? Okay, and I'll put it in very simple way. A carrier carries goods from one point to another point. Okay? Against what? Right, bill of lading. So I issue a bill of lading, and there I undertake to carry this cargo from point A to point B, or from one point to another point. When the consignee or when the receiver of this cargo don't get the cargo in the same way as shipped by the shipper or as given to the carrier for shipment, okay, there the consignee has got a right against the carrier to claim, and the carrier is liable or responsible. Clear? That is the reason there is carrier's liability. Okay, why carrier's liability? A carrier carries goods or cargo from one point to another. Carriers receive the cargo in good order and sound condition unless otherwise specified in the cargo receipts or other transport documents. It is the obligation of the carrier to deliver the cargo or goods to the merchant in the same condition as received for shipment. If there are discrepancies, it is the responsibility of the carrier, and these are all subject to exclusions. Okay? If it is very clearly mentioned on the bill of lading that this goods is damaged, okay, then we need not give a sound cargo to the consignee and destination. But if it is not mentioned there, and if already you know that this goods is damaged, but still you issue a clean bill of lading, and if it goes to a destination, and if there is a claim from the consignee at destination, well, the carrier is responsible even though he has shipped a damaged cargo or cargo with discrepancies. Clear? Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we go to something called international conventions relevant to combined transport. Why should there be an international convention? To follow a uniform rule throughout the world. Okay, it is not always that a uniform rule is followed throughout the world.
That global maritime.
Pardon?
Global maritime.
Sort of. Okay, we are coming to the rules. So there are international conventions relevant to combined transport. You know what a combined transport is? You know. How many of you have attended